Hey everybody, Aletha here coming on live with a free vision board creation. And this time, instead of creating one physically, cutting out the paperwork. Hey everybody, Aletha here. So instead of physically cutting and gluing, I'm going to do it digitally while I'm talking, but know that I'm going to finish mine physically because there's something about that physical touch application that I'm going to do. But I wanted to go over several vision boards that I have created over the years that are still so meaningful to me, and I keep them because it just shows me just where I have been and where I intended to be, and see and share a little bit of the story about whether they were achieved or not. And so um, vision boards allow you to take what you have intentions for, so you're intended to do. And intention is not an obligation, but it is a dream. It's just a wish of something that you want to see happening. So you set your mind forward saying, I intend, I want to commit to achieving this. And so when you set your intention, you're not only seeing it, but you're feeling it as if it's already done. And that is part of the art of manifestation. And when you manifest that which you want, it really comes true. But what happens is when you look at it every day, you will start reminding your mind to focus on what you want, not what you don't want. So I've explained that focus part. So intentional focus allows us to stay in the stream of manifestation and allowing. When I say manifestation and allowing, I'm saying we are letting go of the need to control the outcome. We are trusting the universe to create. We are allowing the creator and our ancestors and the spirit and our own spirit to interact with each other energetically in a different plane and coming together and creating into matter what we want. I've said this many times. Everything that you need already exists. It's just not in focus. So when you allow your third eye and your heart, which is the center that separates your lower dantian from your upper dantian, it allows your heart, allows it to go up into the universe, where the universe itself has an infinite field of possibilities. Science is showing this. Quantum physics is showing this. There's an infinite field of possibilities that we can attract into our beam of focus. So when we allow ourselves to focus in that beam with our heart, we are pulling, it's like a traction beam. We're pulling that which is already in existence into our field. Remember, if you're not a Trekkie, a Star Trek person, the old-fashioned way of beaming me up, Scotty. There's a big white beam light came down and beamed them up into particles, and then they reassembled back into a person when they landed back on the ship. But it's almost like that. It's when you are literally focusing your beam from your heart in this direction up to the universe will reward you into matter what you really want. So let's talk about vision boards. You can do it many, many ways. You can do it electronically, which is one way, and that's the way I'm going to prefer to do it tonight. You can do it physically. In a way such as this. And a third way you could do it is just journaling. So you set like as if you're writing a book, you're going to set an outline, and that outline will be what you will journal on your intentions. How are you going to achieve it? So it's almost like setting goals, but you're writing down your visions and what words do you want to bring into play to interact with that process. So I want to go over a couple of vision boards. And this one was the creation of the new me. This was the creation of the new me. Why do I say the new me? Is I was going through a very tumultuous time when I was going through my divorce, and that person created some really challenging, limiting beliefs that I had to either accept or reject. And to do that, I had to really work on identifying whether I love myself or not, whether I am worth the focus of myself or not, whether my confidence itself deserve attention or not. And so when I broke through that barrier, and it starts with that first one, self-love, when I started identifying what true unconditional love was and how to give it to myself, it opened up a new perspective. And then with education, I was able to understand quantum physics, neuroplasticity, epigenetics, that sometimes even in our DNA, we've had this for generation and generation. So we're carrying, what we're carrying in our body may not even be ours. It is just a generational trauma that has been passed down, and it's time for us to acknowledge it and say no more. It stops here, just like Gandalf, the buck stops here. And so when I was creating it, I just love, and I want to look at some of the things to see if they came out. So some of the words that I use was like right here. It says from here. From here, I am going to take my body to the next level. From here, I'm going to take my body to the next level. From here, I am going to tell my story. From here, I'm going to show myself compassion. From here, I'm going to show myself respect. So you see how just that one phrase, from here, is relevant to everything that's on here. So I placed it up at the very top of the board. In the center, it says, follow your passion, follow your clarity, follow your trust, follow your respect, your compassion. So again, just like the phrase from here and follow, it is relevant to everything that is on the board. Also, it says over here, I want to live. And, you know, as crazy as that sounds, some people do not want to be here. They have dissociated so much away from life that, you know, what they're going through is just not happy. It's not pretty for them. But I wanted to answer that question for myself. I want to live, but I want to make the most of my it says, grateful for you inside and out. Take a view on what you feel good, compassionate, knowing, love for a lifetime. Do what feels good. Know when to let go. Cohesion, build confidence under. Thank you. Thank you. That's me. I want to thank continuously, knowing that I need to thank myself also for who I am and how I show up. Love, that's where I resonate from, and that's where I always will resonate from, despite the challenges that shows up sometimes. Release, I want to let go of that which no longer serve me. Beautiful skin, I've been working on that. Flexibility, I've been working on that. True to my roots. And be well. Did all of this come true last year? Yes. And I want to keep this also for this year, because I continuously want to work on continuously loving myself, showing myself compassion, looking at perspective, telling my story, because my story is my own worth. My story is my own worth, it says. And so I created that because that's who I wanted to be. And I kept this. And then on the other side, This is another vision board that I did about what I wanted to do for my business. So I had a personal side and I had a professional side. And on the professional side, I said I wanted to be grounded in gratitude and joy, faith. I wanted to grow my mind and body. I wanted so much goes into who I am and growing and thriving. I wanted to unlock my potential. I wanted to be positive. I wanted to be virtual. I wanted my business to love hearing from you, like I want people to love hearing from me. I wanted to be balanced. I wanted my business to be in equestrian area. I wanted my business to be in dealing with recovery, transformation. And it says where you navigate the unthinkable. And then I wanted to also work with the veterans in hospitality. So I want to work in hospitals and I want to work with veterans in the trauma area where people are trying to recover from trauma issues such as cancer or surgery, and they have no one to work with. So that is my business side. That still, yes, has it come true for 2022? Not all of it. So that means I'm going to put more to that and continue my intention. And it is coming true because I can feel it and I know it. Another one that I did, and it's just understanding. I wanted to focus on post-traumatic growth. And in post-traumatic growth, I wanted to understand that we can stay grounded by seeing ourselves spreading into the ground, and each root is sending a message to another tree. We're getting information from another source. So what it's saying is we're not alone. Even our roots is getting nutrition from somebody else. And so when it talks about community, we are able to reach out. So for this was really hard because when you're trying to go through a divorce, and as contentious as mine was, it makes you feel ashamed. It makes you want to isolate. And I chose the opposite. I wanted to understand that social support was vital to my well-being. And I wanted that part to be a part of my healing process. And so in the growth, it talks about understanding, determined, flowing, vivacious, a light goddess, my classmates, disciplined, amazing, tenacious, daughter, happy, loving, wholesome, persevering, engaging, beautiful, spirit-filled, lethal, friendly, precious. And those are just some of the things that I wrote on here. So you can even just make your vision board just focus on one topic instead of an entire year. Another one that I did, and this is the last one before we get going, is the one that we did on what my next place is going to look like. And I am excited because I need to put something else into this, because with this, I wanted, and I'm in the process of looking for a place. So I'm just going to be excited to see what on this shows up. So one of the things that I want is let me fold this in half a little bit. I want to have this kind of fireplace outside. I also want to have it look like this, the fireplace itself, like where there's a gathering where people can sit and talk. I want that kind of fence around my property. I want to have vegetables, never quit growing my own food, grow. As you can see, God is in the center of everything. And then this is what my garden would look like. All these different raised beds is what I am going to create, if it's not already created in the property that I will attain. And also loving from my heart, just loving from my heart. Helping veterans heal. This is what I want to do. I want to continue helping veterans heal. I want to create that inner meditation circle like that one. I want joy to continuously flow in through me and in me. And then I want to have a horse. That is one of my dreams. I want to have a horse. And with this version, I wrote some things here. I wrote some things. So instead of just having pictures, I wrote some intentions. And this says, I want to create a retreat center that is protected from crooks. I want to work to build, renew, and revitalize clients. I want to have an honest and reputable and dedicated groundkeeper. I want to have a good cleaner to help me clean for the facility. I want to have a fireplace outdoor with a veranda. I want to build a common shower building, little homes or cabins. I have a question marks by that. So I'm trying to forecast what I would like to have this retreat center look like. And then I want to sponsor for vets, the fire department, police, government, nurses, all the people that are doing firsthand trauma-centered care, focus, and who's taking care of them, people like me. And it says, never stop serving, never stop serving. And in that I said, I want to show self-respect, compassion, reliance, love, awareness, groundedness, connected in spirit, to learn to let go, surrender, boundaries, trust, truthfulness, worthy, forgiven, just be, stand, and trust. And these are the things that will be, people will be coming to us to try to work on in their healing. And in the center is live life on my terms. Live life on my terms. And around it is like a brand, like a tree diagram that talks about, for instance, my one diagram says to feel safe. And to feel safe, I need to have my rest. To feel safe, I must, it just branches out in all the different areas. Let's go back to my retreat. My retreat one is up here. And it says, in my retreat, I want to have my skincare products that I've started making, bring those back into fruition. I want to have a fire pit. I want to have a flower garden. I want to have little huts. I want it to be soul connected. I want to have a shower that's outdoor that can be used by all sex. It all depends on, it's going to be individualized shower, but it can be used, and so that they don't use my shower in my house. And so I'm designing this the way I want to. And on top of this, I wrote a mantra that says to find that part of me that can love, respect, encourage, motivate, and be kind to herself. To set boundaries that I respect as well as ask others to do as well. To finally feel safe and connected to the source to heal. I love knowing the source is with me and my answers are divinely ordained. To awaken and learn to grow, shield, and protect. And so that is my mantra right up here. Now, this one is the one that I am going to be working on and creating some more addition to it, because this is what's coming up soon, is the fact that I am in the process now of inquiring about a new place that I want to purchase and start extending my business into that retreat setting that I want to create, that space that will help people heal, revitalize, and restore their love for themselves, their passion for themselves, ignite that flame back inside of them so that they may feel worthy of who they are and all that they continue to do for the world. So with that being said, guys, I want to start with by sharing my screen, and then we go from there. Is that good? And I'm also going to try to let me see here. I'm also going to try to, I'm trying to find where I am. Oh, there I am. So silly. I'm going to try to put on some music. So let me fix that music a little bit. Prevent security. Share sound. Optimize our video clips. And then let me share that. The only thing about sharing, I just want to make sure that I can see you guys still. So can you guys see that? Let me move this out of the way. I want to be able to see you guys. There we go. So let me put that over here so that I can also work on this. So I can see you guys and know that I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So let's see what happens. All right. So the first thing that I wanted to add onto my vision board is the fact that I want to be by water. So I'm going to use the internet and I'm going to find a picture that can help me be by the water that I want to look at. So let's go ahead, and you should have cut out some things that you wanted to put on your vision board. So go ahead and start laying it out. You don't have to glue it yet. Just lay it out. Just lay it out on the board. So what I use is just a piece of, you go to the dollar store and they have paper, presentation paper or trifolds. You can even make it on a big trifold that opens up and you can present it into your office or even frame it. Whatever your medium that you want it on, go ahead and start laying out those words. And so my job right now is I am going to open up a new window that allows me to, let me go ahead and share my screen a little bit better here. Hold on, guys, so you can see what I'm doing. Stand by. I'm going to stop sharing. And I'm going to share all of it. All of me. I want all of me. Let's see. The thing about that, though, is it won't let me. There we go. So I can. So now you can see everything that I'm doing. So we have this one that's open. Good. Because this is going to be my medium as if this is my board. Can you see that? Let me see if it shows up. Yep, you can. Then I'm going to go here and I'm going to open up another window. And in this window, I'm going to just Google house with a creek. So I want to look at some pictures with a house with a creek, because that's what I'm going to do. I just want to have a house with some water by it. Now that one looks too much. Let's see. Something that just resonated with me. Oh, I really like this one. And as I'm looking at the pictures, I'm literally seeing what energetically feels comfortable for me. I'm just looking. Maybe I need to put a house by. Let's see what shows up. Well, I like this one, actually. This is perfect. So I'm going to copy this image. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to paste it right there. I'm actually going to put the house in the center. I'm going to enlarge it. So say this is my house. I want to have the creek there. And I want to be able to have some raised beds. So I gotta pretty much create another scene where I have raised beds. So house with raised bed garden. So I'm going to see if I see another picture that I like. That looks good. This looks good. That looks good. Let me just see what works. I think, oh, this one. So I like this one. So that's how we start, guys. We literally simply just start by creating what we want into our image. And so I want to have the creek there, maybe, no, there's a hill there, so I don't want a hill. I want it to be flat. So maybe I'll put my raised bed over here by the river. I'll make it smaller. So you see how that works? Oops. I don't know what I just did, but I just deleted it. So this is where I want it to be. What do I want to have around my home? I want to have some privacy. So I want to have an acre. So maybe a fence, 1 acre fence, 1 acre fence property. So I'm looking for a particular fence now. So let's see. I don't see no fence. Well, that's fence. Okay. So whatever shows up in your mind, just allow yourself to just say, okay, what do I want? 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 And here's the fence that I like. Go back to this again, Control V. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just allow myself to continue creating this. But now I want some words in here. And you see how I'm using it in paint. And then the thing about paint is you can cut out what you want and then just spread it. So this is what I want. Change my mind, get rid of it, put it back, and look, it's right there. So now I'm imagining that there's a fence here, but I'm going to elongate it all the way out to that picture. See that? So it's fenced by the river. The river is going to go probably underneath the fence, maybe just the way I'm laying it out. And then I'm going to look for some words that I want. I want peace. Word, peace. So I'm going to look for the word peace. And which one resonates for me? Oh, like that one. Copy. So I'm going to start looking for some stuff, placing it where I want it to be. Control Z, Control V. I am just going to make that word smaller. Control Z. I don't like that. I want it to be smaller. 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 Maybe this small. And I'm going to put it right here. Well, make it a little bit smaller. So you see how, it would work if I want peace to be the center of where I'm going to be living. I want peace to be there. That's what I'm calling in peace. I'm calling in love. So I'm going to look for the word love. Oh, I like that one. Oh, I like that one. So whatever you want to call into your space. So in my home that I want to create, this is what I'm calling in. I'm calling in love. Not the kind of love that you guys think, but love for myself, love for the property, love for God, love for everything. So it's not just one category of love where most people affiliate it with a relationship. I'm calling in love in general because that's where I vibrate. I want ease. So I want to call in ease. So ease meaning being in flow with the universe. So a place where I can meditate and really feel ease that shows up. Is it funny? They put the word ease, they use the word help. It's not the same. It's not the same, people. Ease is ease. So I'm gonna just copy. I'm gonna put the word in flow. In flow. So that's even better. I'm going to copy image, go back. And so I'm going to stop right here, guys, but that is the gist. Peace. I want to be in flow. I want to be at peace. I want to bring in love. I want to bring in harmony with nature. I want to bring in harmony. So I want to respect the land as the land respects me. So I'm calling all that into my space that I'm looking for into creating in the space that I'm looking for. You guys see that? You see how I just created something like that? And that's not everything. So I'm going to call in some other stuff. If I want to change this in Paint, I can extend it even more and bring in, I can put my mantra here. So I can sit here and put my mantra. So I'm going to type in my mantra for the year. To continue to let go and let God. Feel the divine in me and through me, doing all that it sees and knows is for my highest good. Ashe. To connect to like-minded, spiritually, to like-minded people on their spiritual journey and be of service as the universe calls for it. To develop a relationship with myself that brings in love, kindness, regard, and many more high vibrational energies. To release, to recognize, and release all that no longer serves my purpose and highest good. See how that works, guys? I mean, that is literally my mantra. I'm going to make it a little bit larger because I am blind as a bat. Maybe 16. Let's see. and it just completely captures the entire page. And that is my mantra. So I'm going to stop sharing now, guys. But that is essentially what I wanted to go over with you guys, and just to express to you that, you know, when you create, you are creating from your connection to the universe. And to create that ability to do that which you want is just so beautiful. Okay. How are you doing, guys? How is everything going? I know there's one person watching. If you have any comment, let me know. But thank you so much. That was a quick and session about vision board, and I hope that you find this to be good for you. And if you find it to be relatable to somebody else or to a group of friends, get together and create your vision board, because I would love to see what you have. Send a picture of your vision board and just post it in the comments below. I would love to hear what is going on with you guys. All right. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great weekend.